Cool. That's cool stuff. What about now diving into a little bit of the film stuff that you've done? I know, and again, I know you can't share details about it exactly, but you are working on a film now? Is that correct or something?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So how is this your
Yeah.
first
So,
time or
yeah, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say, is this your first time working on a film, and how is that process going, or is this something that you've done already in the past and this is just the new chapter in your journey?
Okay, yeah. So, a good question. So I haven't like scored a feature film before. So it's a first in that regard. I've been sent films before that I've turned down because I didn't think that it wasn't really, maybe I had qualms with the way it was edited, or maybe I didn't feel like it was speaking to me. So I have been sent a lot of films. I've actually probably declined more than I've scored them for various reasons. And I've done a lot of corporate work. I'm not really the best at keeping a website up to date, to be honest. That's something I'm striving to be better at. I just, for whatever reason, I don't put enough time into it. But I've done a lot of commercials. I've done a lot of corporate stuff or stuff for like company branding where they needed a music spot. And I've worked for a couple of different production studios to give them that stuff. But that's really the extent. Like I've worked with, my music's been using a Motorola Solutions commercial, like LaSalle Bank. I did some stuff for Cabot Microelectronics. I wrote actually a 20-minute song for like some video that was played on a loop at like a trade show that they did. But because it's work, it's client work, I'm really selective about what I'm sharing with people. If it's something that I really like and I like to be attached to my image, then I will share those things. But most of them don't really get shared, to be honest. They're kind of just more like side work to me. But yeah, that being said, I mean, because I had been receiving so many like edits for films that I didn't really like or I personally didn't resonate with, I had the idea of like, well, why don't I just make my own film, and I could write the script, and I could essentially just score my music to the scenes that I've always wanted to score music to, and I'm kind of in a position where I'm doing pretty good financially, so I can afford to make a film, and it's ultimately been something I've been wanting to do for a while. So yeah, with this film project, I'm wearing a lot of different hats in this one. I'm directing it. I wrote the story alongside another screenplay writer. I'm going to be composing the music for it, and I'm also doing the sound design for it. But yeah, so so far it's been a really beautiful process. It's highly collaborative, and I love all the people that I'm working with on it. I managed to find some really great actors, and a really good sound mixer, a really great cinematographer. So right now we're kind of working our way through the pre-production stages. We're actually almost about done with pre-production. We're sort of working through a shot list at the moment and confirming some of the locations. And ultimately, it's working with a cast of 4 actors, and they're kind of sending me various takes of the scenes, and I give them notes. We do Zoom calls, things like that. But yeah, I mean, it's probably my most ambitious project to date. It's a lot of work, but it's something that I've wanted to do for a really long time, and I'm excited to see where it goes.
Yeah. What's the hardest thing so far about it that you've done? Because I mean, this is the first time you're doing like directing, the first time you're helping to write the screenplay, first time you're making the whole soundtrack. So out of those right now, what do you find? What is the most challenging, I guess, aspect? I'm curious. If there is one, I don't know. Maybe they're
I
all.
don't know.
Equal.
I mean, yeah, I can't say that it's felt super challenging yet. It's mostly just been really fun across the board, whether it be like conversations I'm having with our cinematographer, or conversations that I'm having with the actors. But so far, yeah, I mean, I think I managed to find a really great group of people where it just seems to mesh, where we all have sort of a shared vision and a shared goal, which is important. So yeah, I mean, it hasn't been entirely challenging yet. because we're working with a budget of about $40,000, so it can be hard to sort of allocate, where that money is best well spent. But that's the benefit of working with people that are better at something than you are,
Right.
because they can kind of steer me in sort of a good direction. So I was really, it was really important to me to choose the right group of people to work with, because it is my first time, and ultimately I want it to be good, and I want it to be something that people enjoy to watch. Yeah, I mean, I think the act of working with people that are better at doing things than you are is, for me, is super important in this case.
Take off your coat, stay a while!
Like listening to new music? Want to know a band before they get popular? Tune into the Underbelly Hours, Sunday nights at 6 p.m. on WRSC 88.7 FM, and discover the best of local unsigned musicians. Don't miss out on the next big thing.